decision, and you are
somewhere. This meeting is being recorded.
You are somewhere along your journey of making a decision or inquiring about becoming a self-employed estate agent. So thank you very, very much for joining us. So I'm going to be your host for the next about 45 minutes. Again, this is my very first webinar, so I've never done this before, so you are my guinea pigs. And what I've tried to do is present something that keeps you interested. It answers the questions that you would want. Those in the audience that know me or have come across me before know I'm a very down-to-earth, fairly straight-speaking person, and also very human. And that is some of the foundation of what I believe helps me help people. I am a leader, a coach, a mentor. I've been in this industry for too many years to mention, but certainly in excess of 35 years in estate agency financial services. I've worked all around the world, in America, Australia, always in real estate. So we bring a wealth of experience. And for those of you who haven't connected with me, my LinkedIn connection is there, and James will put the link for you to connect with me and have a look what we're all about. I've been working with Sean Newman, building the Property Experts, for the last 3 years. It was previously Newman Property Experts, Sean's own business. Sean's legacy and reputation in our industry is second to none. One of the things I would just say about the Property Experts is that we are a UK company, that we are a privately funded company, that we do not have shareholders, we do not have a board of directors that sit outside people who operate in the business every single day, Sean, myself, etc., etc. And therefore, there's a lot of security in that. We're not backed by US investors. We're not backed by a PLC board. So for us, you know, the security of being part of something that is born, bred, and owned within the UK is something that we're very, very proud of. So what will I cover tonight for you? Okay, so I'm going to explain to you and talk to you to give you all the information that you would need to make a decision about your career and your life. Yeah, we would hope at the end of this is that you would choose very positively to look at the Property Experts as a place where you would feel very welcome and trusted, and to be able to trust us to build your personal brand of estate agency business. I'll explain what our culture is, what our purpose and what our why is, what our core values are. Things that we think are the most important things when you're going to get into a relationship, especially when you're building a business. I'll try and give you insight into the things that you need to consider. That it's always difficult to ask questions about something that you don't always know everything about. Yeah, so I'm going to try and cover all the bases from all the hundreds and hundreds of people that we've spoken to over the years, building their own self-employed businesses, and the most common questions they ask, so that we give you all the information as part of your research. And we'll look at things like costs, support and tools, and we'll even give you a structure of guidance of how to do your own research and planning as well. Then we're going to be very, very blatant about how and why you should join the Property Experts. Listen, you know, we are so passionate about our business and about the network that we are creating. There's lots of other networks available. And do your research, have a look at them. Some provide simply access to portals. Some provide an opportunity to earn through residual earnings of recruiting other people. We have our real principles set about that we are a network of like-minded business people, and bringing everybody together in a community under a culture and core values is certainly what we are absolutely passionate about. We'll talk about the next steps, and like I say, there'll be an opportunity for you for some questions and answers at the end. Okay, how are we doing, James? Are we doing okay so far?
Yeah, I think we're all good.
Great.
How come?
Okay. Yeah, all good, friend?
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, so one of the things that we have recognized over our years and years of experience of working within a self-employed estate agency model is that there are predominantly 5 characteristics that make somebody more likely to be successful. Yeah. And they are things of like having an entrepreneurial attitude. Yeah. You look for the reasons and opportunities to be able to do something, and you have a dream and a goal, and you're able to plan towards that dream and a goal and make it happen. We're looking for people who are ambitious, really driven, and whether it's an ambition and you, whatever your dreams and drives you, whether it's to have as many boards with your photograph in your local community, to be a pillar of your local community, to be recognized, to leave a legacy to your children, just to earn a load of money. Maybe you want to buy investment properties with that money, or maybe you just want to buy a Ferrari or Lamborghini. It really doesn't matter, but your ambition is something that's really important because that will drive you. Being proactive, self-explanatory, the ability to learn. One thing that we know makes a successful anybody is the ability to learn and the desire to learn every single day, take new information from your surroundings, from other people that are being successful in the field that you want. But the ability and the skill to be able to learn and then apply that learning is something that is a massive characteristic of a successful expert. And then to have a basic knowledge and to have a passion and a desire and an interest in marketing, content creation, producing video and social media. Those are the characteristics that we know come with the most successful experts. We also know that the most successful experts don't necessarily have to have estate agency experience. It's not a prerequisite to success. It's the ability to learn, ideally having some experience in running your own business or experience in marketing. But then once you've learned, bringing the experience that you've got from other industries, you'll need to apply then that learning and the new skills and have that driven determination to succeed with that acquired learning. If you have that together with a fundamental desire to service your clients, look after people, make sure that their experience is second to none, and to use social media to its maximum capabilities to provide you and your clients maximum exposure. Those are the things that make a successful expert, not the experience. The other great thing about the property experts is we have built and developed a proven agent success blueprint, which is a week-long series of video content, coach, mentor led training that will give you the education and the guidance, then followed up with a team of coaches and mentors. That all comes with being part of the property experts. And again, people with experience might say, well, listen, I've been doing this gym for 10, 15 years, or I've been doing it for 12 years, 9 years, 1 month, 6 months. I've got some experience. I pretty much know what I want to do. I would just say learning is a key characteristic of the most successful person, and we have so much learning to share with you. Okay, so what is our culture? The property experts. Our vision is to revolutionize the UK estate agency market and raise standards in the industry. Even today, if you ask 10 friends that have bought or sold properties recently about their experience, about their opinion of estate agency, it's still fairly common that things like lack of communication, not sure what they do, and it's money for old rope are some of the things that are getting in the way of our profession. Things like limited opening hours, not being able to book viewings on properties at weekends, or not having phone calls returned, not trusting the agent that your offer has been put forward. All those things we want to revolutionize, and we know that our model helps to do that. We want to improve that public perception of estate agents and make it an aspirational career by helping people who become property experts provide a first-class service and achieve outstanding results for their clients. We know that when those two things happen and you raise standards, the client benefits, and your business foundations of referral and recommendations also benefit. Our mission is to give all of our property experts the training, coaching, mentoring, support, and the tools to grow your personal brand and build your business. The Property Experts is all and front and center around you. We'll talk and look about that in a little while. We want to bring the best in the industry together to be part of a community that helps and support each other and shares best practice. We have various internal communication networks that go on throughout the day, and it still inspires me every day when we have somebody in Southampton congratulating somebody in Liverpool, helping somebody in Hull, working together with somebody in Warwick, all working together and helping each other. We literally had one of our experts the other day post on the internal communication, please could you share my Facebook open house attendance, a promotion, and literally within 10 minutes it was shared all over the UK by a network of community of like-minded people. That's a real mission of ours. Our core values, as I've said before, are that we learn, we're constantly improving, expanding our knowledge, learning new skills. We take responsibility, we take ownership. It's your business. It's going to be your name, your face on that board that sits outside that client's house until that property is sold and the new buyers move in. Every single person who walks past will know it's your business and your name, and you're responsible for selling the house. Total responsibility. And we believe that then puts you in control of your own destiny when the book stops with you. We take action. We have clear goals and we make sure we achieve them. We make things happen by being proactive. We believe, and I'll share to you next about some of what we believe in, but we believe in ourselves and our purpose. We know that we can achieve anything we set our mind to when we follow the process, and the results will follow. Our agent success blueprint is a process, and when it's followed, I will share with you some of our people that have joined us who followed the process and that are doing very, very well. We love what we do. We love what we do and bring passion and enthusiasm every day. We do our best and have a positive can-do attitude. We have fun and we wear a smile. And for those of you that have seen or follow the Property Experts or Sean or myself on social media, you will have seen recently we took all of our top performers to Dubai for 5 days of fun and making sure that we recognize that we love what we do and we care. That's the most important thing, is we care about our clients, we care about our colleagues, all the property experts in our community, we care about our individual communities where we live, and I'll talk about how we do that and demonstrate that later. We care about the environment and the future. We care about our families, our friends, and our personal well-beings. They're our core values, and that is our vision and mission. Like I said, for us, it's absolutely principle that is everything that we're about. Yeah, I can talk to you, and I will talk to you about some of the features, what we pay and how much you earn, and some of the tools that we have. But in essence, if the culture and the backing and the core of the company isn't right for you and doesn't work for you, then it could harm your future, no doubt at all. So what are some of our beliefs about self-employed property experts? Well, we believe in putting your name and face front and center of everything you do. It's your business. It's personally branded to you. It's co-branded within the Property Experts purely to give you that extra level of credence when you sit in the client's home, that you don't look, feel and sound like a one-man band in your local community, that you're actually part of a nationally recognized community and network of people, and that you get all the support of the national brand and like-minded business owners, as I explained. We believe you should get to spend your time doing what you are best: listing and selling property and delighting your clients. We fundamentally believe that a great property expert should want to spend most of their time acquiring new clients, listing their properties for sale, marketing them, and then getting that outstanding result for them, and then making sure their clients are really, really raving fans at the end of it. We believe you should trust the network, in this case us, to help you build your future, providing you all the tools and support you need. And that's really important. We work hard every day at building our infrastructure, the support structure, and the tools we provide. Indeed, in the next 2 weeks, we will be launching a brand new tool for our agents to use both before they go to a client's house and after they go to a client's house, presenting a world-class digital presentation to their potential and their clients. We're always working on that tools. We believe we should always help you to be fit for the future, not the past. Just recently, we've had a property expert join us who has been an estate agent for 27 years. And he's competed in a market under his own local brand. He's made a decision that he's closing his high street shop and he's changing his model to work within the property experts. And I remember talking to him no more than 2 months ago, and I asked him to send me a list of all his properties he had on the market and what his fees were. And his fees had deteriorated in competition to around about 0.75 or 1% fee. Yesterday, after all of our training and his attitude and mindset change, the mentoring and the coaching that we put around him, he listed his first property under the property experts at 2% fee, £350,000, which for those that you do the maths is a £7,000 fee for one house. When I spoke to him yesterday, he simply said to me, it's taken me 4 properties to get the same amount of money, and you've helped me achieve the same amount of money with one instruction. So we believe that however much experience you've got, however what you've done in the past, will help you be fit for the future. Okay, so what is the self-employed model? Well, listen, it's not a new idea. They've been running it in Australia, America, Europe, around the world, France, Italy, around the world. It's basically where the agent runs their own business under an umbrella brand, yeah? And the agent and the company split the fee, and the company will provide various support services. That model has been around, and that's the model that we operate under. So what do you need to consider to become a self-employed expert? So we know what characteristics make you as well. You now know the company and what our foundations are. Let's talk a little bit about things that you need to consider in terms of your research. So the first thing is no basic salary. There's generally no income for the first 3 to 6 months. You have ownership of the whole process. You're responsible for generating your clients and your potential clients and your revenue. Yeah. There's other costs that you have to consider, such as your car, your laptop, a phone, marketing, stationery. And then there's the compliance setup costs as well. So all these things you need to consider. But there are some significant advantages being self-employed expert. First of all, you've got a much higher earning potential. Secondly, you get hours to work hours to suit your lifestyle and your clients. Yeah. We have experts that work from 7 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then they take 3 hours off to be with their children, and then they reconvene work at 7 o'clock for an hour to pick up. We've got people who have Thursday mornings off just purely to play golf. We've got people that are most probably working harder now than they've ever worked in their life because they're available for their client, but their success is coming with it, and they know that investing in that hard work now will pay off in 12 to 18 months time. You get to decide what clients you want to work with. Just because a client says, yes, I'd like to sell my house, doesn't mean to say that you will. You'll want to see some prerequisites from that client. You'll want to make sure that they're taking your advice about pricing, that they are also want to work in partnership with you and respect that personal service that you're going to do. And not every client will be for you. You'll also want to work with clients who will pay what you're worth and the fee that you're worth. And it's really important. We'll guide you through that. The great thing of advantage of being a self-employed expert is you get to see the transaction from start to finish. If you've worked in a estate agency, and like Sean said in his video today, it might be you're sick of 9 to 5, sick of having a boss, sick of being micromanaged. Maybe you've worked in corporate estate agency, independent agency. One thing is for sure is that the relationship with the client is fragmented into departments, usually. Yeah, you have the person who takes the initial inquiry, then a different person will visit the client in the home, a different person will service that client from the office, and most probably a different person even will visit that and show people around that house. With being self-employed, you get to see the beginning to the end, and it's your relationship with the client, and it's magical.
I always thought that was insane as well, because you would have a super experienced valuer who knows the area, who's gone out to the property and sold that, and they've listed, and then the next day they might have a neg who is brand new to industry 2 months down the line, who knows nothing about your property or what it's worth, and they're showing that person around your property, and that is not okay. In the long term, you want the professional service that you signed on to.
Yeah, 100%. It's like going to buy a brand new BMW, and the person you speak to is an absolute expert in BMW, but the person who takes you for a test drive doesn't even know whether it's a BMW or a Fiat, and can't tell you how to open the doors. It's nuts. You want to deal with an expert right from beginning to end. You're absolutely right, James. Yeah. What we know also, that being an advantage of being a self-employed expert, is that it's what we offer as a property expert is, and we call it a plug and play model. It's a ready-made business platform with a low cost, low risk setup. So gone are the days where you have to go and get leases for premises, you have to go to the portals and pay what are now becoming quite extortionate commitments to them, and to CRM providers, people that provide your client relationship management system. They're quite expensive now in terms of individual setups. And then the biggest advantage of being self-employed is that you get to create a legacy business. And a legacy business means that you build a business on referrals and recommendations. You become your own source of referrals and recommendations, and the foundations of your business are built on that. And it's amazing that what that can do. We've got agents now who, after 2-3 years, that a majority of their clients that they get to work with come as a result of recommendations, referrals, or repeat customers from their years doing it, and that makes life so much easier. Okay, so I'm going to whiz through some of these next slides. Hopefully we still have your attention and engagement. So when you start out as a self-employed expert, we recommend more than anything you do your research and planning. We are obsessed with research and planning, whether it's going to clients' houses, whether it's setting up your business. It runs as a theme right the way through what makes a great expert. Ask yourself some questions. How will I fund myself for 6 months? What are my living costs? What do I need to spend on marketing? What support do I have from family and friends? And then the big question is, am I really driven to succeed at this? Because here's the thing about being a property expert, self-employed estate agent, is you'll most probably work your hardest for the longest amount of time without being paid for it. And that can get you need to get your head around that at times. You need to have that drive, that goal, and that aim, which will help you discover and plan towards, but you need to have that at all times. So the other things that you need to do for research and planning is you need to ask yourself, if I'm going to join a network, and if I'm going to join a plug and play or a model that such as ours, a network model, does the network have a strategy and processes to follow, or am I going to be left on my own? There are networks out there that you can have access to the portals. You can have some basic branding, and everything else you are left to your own devices. If that's what you want, that's fine. Some people do, some people don't. What's the culture, the vision, and the core values of that company? Are they going to be there for you tomorrow? Some of our core values and missions we've talked about, and I've mentioned also that we are a UK company, privately owned. We don't have investors, we don't have boards, and we're not owned by anybody outside of the UK. There is also to look at, the percentage split. Some networks offer 50%, some offer 80, some 90. Most of networks offer between 50 and 80%, but it's certainly not the most important thing, because if you don't get the support to generate a revenue for yourself and get learning and all the coaching and all the things, the right tools, in other words, if you don't do any business, you're not going to earn any money. And 80%, 90% commission of nothing is not as valuable as 60, 70% commission of something. Yeah. So that's important, but not the most. What the support team they have around, what training, coaching do they have, what access to marketing material, what customer relationship management system do they use, what prop tech tools, digital tools that enable you to locate new potential clients, to communicate with your clients, to market yourself. And those are some of the things. Some of the products, as you see there, are Home Search, Akaboom, Spriff, Dataloft, Hippler. And if you're brand new to a estate agency and you're on this webinar looking at becoming an estate agent, I would just say get used to jargon. We try not to use it, but those companies there, make a note of them, go on Google, and you'll see some of the products. The next bit of research and planning is, what are your setup costs? Now, when you have your discovery call with James after this webinar, if it's something you want to take forward, we go through this with you and plan it in real detail. But it's going to cost you to get compliant and to register with all the regulatory bodies. Now, one thing I will say about the property experts is we believe in making sure that every one of our experts is the Rolls Royce of compliance and registration. We want to make sure you, your business, and your family are protected under every circumstance, and therefore you're going to need about £1,245 to make sure that you set up your business. Yeah.
Also, interestingly, sorry, John, just to butt in, because someone asked this earlier, which I answered privately, but just clarify them setup costs and all of them details. That is what is required now to be in the UK a compliant agent.
Should be,
yeah. So there's no charges.
The network that you don't have to do all of that.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to be part of one of them, unfortunately. But so we're in that side of it. We're there to cover you, but also, there was someone I was asking, do we charge a setup fee? No, we don't.
No.
So we're here to help you as much as possible.
100%. And then, this is one of the most common questions we get asked early, James, when we do discovery calls with people who are sort of doing their research and planning, and we try and help them with all the information, is, so what are the ongoing costs? Yeah. So once I'm a property expert, what am I committed to? So when you join us, you start paying your license fee, and the first month's license fee when you join and going through all is for all the help support that we give you. So from day one, it's £150 plus VAT per month, and that continues throughout the life of your journey. But I'm going to show you something in a moment in terms of what some of the things you get for that money, and trust me, what we give you is more than what you pay as in license fee. Then on every transaction that we make sure that goes through for you, you pay a transaction fee of £150 plus VAT. Then we have a national advertising fund, and we take a contribution of £25 plus VAT out of the fee that you charge your client directly, and we put that into a national advertising fund. What we then use that national advertising fund is to buy advertising for you on a large scale, where ordinarily you may not be able to acquire that level of advertising in that national exposure on an individual basis. All clubbed together, we can use your money to power a national advertising campaign for you. And then I've said to you before, we passionately believe in giving back to our community. And again, we have a foundation, and any property expert is invited to join the panel of both of these funds to decide where we give the foundation money to and where we spend the national advertising. Again, concrete in our belief that we are a community ourselves and we work within our communities. So what can you earn? So your income will be decided by a few factors. First of all, the fee that you charge and the house price that you live. So if you charge 1% and you're working in a predominant area of properties, maybe 180 to 200,000 pounds, then your average fee is going to be about 2,000 pounds. You do the maths, but to generate 100,000 pound a year, you're going to have to do quite a lot of units. However, what we base our model on is high quality, low quantity. Some models are built around high quantity and low quality. It's not for us. For example, if you completed on 2 houses, completed for those of you who aren't in estate agency means when your clients move in and you've sold the house. If you complete on 2 houses per month that are average around £300,000, which is just over the national average of house prices now, with a 2% fee, you would earn £100,000 a year.
I think a real life example of this as well is really, really helpful. So one of my local friends who used to be a self-employed estate agent, he's done very, very well within the area. He had a property on with him when he was self-employed. It was on for 1% at £300,000. Didn't sell it. He has now joined the Property Experts. He listed it for 300,000, same price. He's listed it at 2% with an upfront marketing cost as well. And he's already sold it, and he was listed about 4 weeks ago. So that's a real life example, one of my close personal friends. And there's nothing that's changed apart from his mindset. And it is honestly insane. And so he's earned essentially double the income from that at a higher percentage. Sorry, Jim.
There you go. No, absolutely, mate. Yeah, is that the dancing estate agent by any chance?
Yeah, it might be.
Okay, so we want to provide ancillary ways of earning money as well. So we provide some additional sources. So we have your ability to earn money through referring to conveyancers. We believe that every single one of your clients should have a top quality conveyancer, and we provide a panel and a digital portal for you to get access to those type of conveyancers. You can earn money from that. We have a mortgage company called the Mortgage Experts. We also have a company called the Letting Experts as well. You'll get the drift in a moment, as well as the Recruitment Experts, which you could all earn money from. There's loads of ways to earn a ancillary earning. We have a sister company called the Auction Company, and again, you can earn fees by advising recommendations your clients to sell by auction, surveyor referrals, and firm removal firms. So there's lots of different ways that you can influence your earnings on top of and around your core business of selling houses. Here's some examples of what agents with us right here today have done. Let me talk you through them. Agent A. He banked, which means he's put money in the bank, £328,000 in gross commission income just in 2022 alone, which meant his personal income was over £250,000. He earned the previous year over £100,000 in a single month. And I'll show you how to get an access to the interview Sean did with him. And also, he is one of our coaches and mentors that provides a day out of his own expense to give all of his knowledge to every single property expert that joins us. So you get access to that kind of person who is earning over £250,000. Agent B, this was somebody who joined us 2 years ago yesterday, to the day. Never done a estate agency before. been in the health and fitness industry. She'd had about 2 months working part-time as a viewing assistant in a little local estate agent. That was it. From scratch, following our processes, all the agent success blueprint, in the last 2 years has generated just shy of £400,000 of gross commission income. They're the fees that you charge the client. And she's brought to the market £35 million worth of property value. 2 years. Agent C started again with no experience 18 months ago. They've generated £175,000 commission. But what's interesting is that his volume means that his average fee of his client is £10,286. And before you all go thinking that he's working in central London, he's not. He works in the Midlands. An average fee of £10,000. Agent D was joined us in March last year, so a year ago. Very experienced, ex-estate agency director, ran his own estate agency, was a director, has been a valuer, has been in an estate agency for 35 years. Joined us, changed his mindset, took a fresh approach of looking after his clients within our culture, and he has listed. That's wrong. He has listed.
I was about to say that's not that impressive.
No, it's not that impressive. You're right. He's listed £165,000 worth of fees since he's joined us. Yeah. Currently, in his sold pipeline, so the fees that he's got in his sold pipeline, when all of those clients move in the next 3 months, it's worth £64,000 to him. So he's going to potentially earn £64,000 net income into his bank in the next 3 months. Okay, and they are all genuine examples. I mentioned to you about where you can get access to one of our superstars, and Sean has his own YouTube channel, and the link is there. We'll put it in the chat for you. We'll put it in and make it accessible for you. And Brendan Pettigrew, who is there, will talk to you about what he's done and how he earned over £100,000 a month. There's also lots of interviews with other successful people that Sean has done in terms of his podcast as well. So go over to that channel, check it out, and have a look. Let me introduce you to some of the people that we've been successful. Miranda Menzies. Miranda joined us 2 years ago. She's done an amazing job. From scratch, she has created an amazing business for herself. She now has a full-time assistant, and she's looking to take on her second assistant, and she's also looking to potentially build a team around her now to mentor those. Check Miranda out on social media. She's all over social media. Her dedication to client services second to none. We also have Simon. Yeah, Simon also joined us 18 months ago. No experience whatsoever. Was a marketeer within top brands like Puma, Nike Europe, and joined us to become a property expert. Simon brands himself in our second brand that we offer, which is the Prestige Property Expert, which, as you can see, is all black and gold. And again, go over to Simon's socials, check him out, have a look at some of the videos. I think he's in the process at the moment of replicating a video launching his property of a Fatboy Slim album, a track that was produced with an iconic video of Christopher Walken dancing, and I think he's about to replicate that. He's obtained an amazing following. He is highly branded and he's highly successful. So why join the Property Experts? Here's a summary, and I'm conscious of the time. It's all about your personal brand. Our brand is secondary. It's there to give you that credibility and support of being part of a national company. We give you so much personalized marketing material to help you win your business. From day one that you join, when we have your professional photograph, we upload that into our media marketing hub, and instantly you have available over 100 personalized marketing literature material that was automatically can be downloaded, ordered for yourself. Our commission split starts at 70%. Our high performers and our team leaders, people who build a team, get 80%. We do not offer any postcode restriction. We do not franchise postcodes. We do not limit agents within postcodes. Where two agents operate within a similar postcode, we expect our culture, kindness, togetherness to make sure that is overriding. We offer the prestige brand. We give and have access to the success blueprint, success coaches, which I'll introduce to you in a moment, social media coaches. Our systems, process, and strategies will help you be more productive because they're proven and tried and tested and refined to be fit for the future. We have sales progression. We have the ability to give you a landline number and a 24-hour call answering, and we'll help you build a team. One of the things that we work on really, really, really importantly, that every single client that wants to get a hold of you has the least amount of pain points to get in touch with you. In other words, they don't have to ring you, speak to a call center, speak to somebody else, email you, text you, and then they get you. We make it that every customer has accessibility to your phone almost instantaneously. We've got a massive support team that we built, and it is getting better. We've got agent support managers, agent supports. We have business compliance support, and we have just everything from design, marketing, sales progression, social media. We have mortgage support, give you support with your invoicing and your accounts. Our support team is growing and growing and growing.
Jim, I'm not taking offense, but I was not on that list.
It was a really old form, mate. So, and I've just realised, James, as I was reading it, that was our support team in February, and now it just needs updating. So, really sorry, but let me introduce you further to that is to our two success coaches that we've got. Brendan May, check him out on socials. Kelly Bailey, check her out as well on LinkedIn. Both vast experienced estate agents, both work within self-employed models, both been there, done it, been successful, and both have tremendous skills and a wealth of knowledge that when you join us, you get a dedicated 3 months of mentoring from these people. We really do want to help you set up yourself up for success. We provide amazing tools. Best CRM system that has been built specifically for self-employed agents, including a mobile app that when you're outside a client's home, you can record your voice and it transcribes it into the system in text. No more typing. Old, fit for the future. We give you something called Home Search, which is a prospecting tool of a UK property database. We're about to launch Akaboom, which is a digital pre and post client presentation tool. World class, best in its class. Got access to training videos from the United States. We do all of the compliance and anti-money laundering for you, for your clients, including preparing what's called a digital legal pack, which can speed up a sale by anything up to 2 months. We have a marketing hub. We have templates to provide world-class property brochures with PDFs and maps, and also to turn them into a digital brochure as well. We believe that you should have access to every single tool to be a world-class expert to your client. Basically, if you add together the retail price of just some of the tools that we give you, it would cost you, if you went to the companies direct, over £400 a month alone just to get registered and receive their service. It's all included, as well as everything else in the license fee. So the tools we provide, everything we provide for you is for the whole journey. Like I said, we believe that, and the benefit of being a self-employed agent, you get to deal with the client from beginning to end. With our model, everything is built so that you come along, join us, learn, be educated, be driven, come with your drive. We'll inspire you, help you, support you, mentor you, coach you, but everything is set for you to plug and play, to build your brand, generate new clients, convert them into listings, and then help you enable your sales to turn into that cash in the bank, the compliance and everything in between. Here's just some examples of our marketing that we have for you. I said to you that when you join us with your photograph uploaded, you instantaneously will have access to all of this marketing materials on a hub. And literally there's everything you can think of, everything that you would want to drop through a client's letterbox, leave in a local cafe, hand to a prospective seller, hand to anybody at all that you wanted to build your network and your future clients. We've also got a full merchandising site, so you can be merchandised, and launching next week will be our merchandised apparel site. So you can now join us, have a baseball cap, a gilet, a soft shell, a t-shirt, and if you wanted, you could have a scarf, notebook, umbrella, a mug. Everything is available for you to brand yourself, as well as things to put on the side of your car, flags for open houses, anything that you want. And if we don't have it, you tell us, we'll design it, we'll make it available for you. Simple as that. That's what our role as your partner are. One of the big, yes, mate.
Sorry, I've had a really good question for you. I just thought it'd be a good time just to butt in slightly. But so I've had a question from someone asking, the big issue for all EAs is conveyancing. Is there any solutions out there to basically reduce the risk of fallouts? I understand it's always part of it, but basically what can you do to help reduce that? And I think you've almost said it.
Yeah, listen, we are, and personally, I think for years I've been passionate about reducing the possibility of sales falling through. There's nothing worse than your client gets all excited, receives an offer, they start packing, they tell their kids where the new park is, and they take them to the new school, and they take the dogs to the new park to get accustomed to it. They map out where the bus journeys are and where the new gyms are, and then their dreams are crashed because the sale falls through. That for me is horrendous. We have proven systems, processes, and we work with conveyancers that help absolutely minimize that. And one of the great statistics about the property experts is our average is that we get over 87% of our clients that buy a house through the purchase process, and we've got the tried and tested methods, and we're always looking at new relationships. Next week I've got 2 calls with external suppliers where the conveyancing process is digitalized, where also that the conveyancers available are also self-employed, so that they've got more skin in the game, and we're always looking at reducing it. The other thing as well, why we're passionate about it, and whoever's answered the question has felt this pain, is there's nothing worse than the minute you phone that client and crash their dreams, you realize that the money that was due in your bank account is no longer coming that month, and it can be really, really, really quite impacting. We are passionate about creating an environment to help you make sure that doesn't happen. Does that answer the question for you, James, before I move on?
Yeah, definitely. Even the person said 87% is very, very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's partly because you get, as a self-employed agent, you get to deal with clients you want to deal with, so you're not dealing with sellers that are going to be flaky and change their minds. You're going to be dealing with sellers that really want to engage with you to see the process through. And there's lots and lots of little reasons that why we can help you be successful in getting your sales through. So some of the other examples of the marketing material that we've got it's just endless, honestly. Anything that you want. And we've got a guy down in South Wales who I spoke to today who has designed his own little card from his own experience, and we've designed that for him. And not only do we make that available to him, we put it on our marketing hub, and that's now going to be available to everybody else. You've got things like moving checklists that you can hand deliver to your clients. One of the biggest biggest parts of your role early doors will be talking to people currently on the market with other estate agents who have not sold. So they're sat there, they've chosen their estate agent, and they're getting frustrated now they haven't sold. And we have a real clear process of building a relationship and giving value to that client, and then hopefully eventually then winning that client to ditch their agent and sell with you. But it's a process of giving to that client. And moving checklist is one of those things that we give you. We can also search off market properties for clients. So one of the tools that we've got, and I'm conscious that I could talk forever, honestly, so I'm going to wrap it up in a minute. But one of the tools that we've given you is that your clients can log into one of our systems through home search, and they can do their own off market search. So let's just, for example, say that somebody you knew said, I know which village I want to live in, I know what town I want to live in, I know the 10, 20 roads, I know the type of house, but there's nothing for sale. They can actually tell you the roads, the houses that they want, and you can generate a proactive letter direct from the system to those houses, telling them that you have somebody who may be interested should they wish to sell. It's game changing, absolute game changing. Some of the other we've got open invitation to open houses. These are all personalized, and you can see there that Michelle O'Donnelly, her photograph, her name is front and center, and the minute your photograph is put into the hub, whatever you order, it comes on with your name. We also have a steady supply of all the digital assets that you need to fill your social media in terms of digital assets, from Mother's Day to the St. Patrick's Day to March, Six Nations, the coronation, and we release at the beginning of every month most probably 10 to 15 digital assets for you to fill your social media with, so you're never ever short of anything to do. So thank you very much for listening, really conscious, and thank you for giving me your attention. Hopefully it's been insightful, helpful, and hopefully inspiring to you as well, because our plans for the future are to create a network across the UK and amass, we would hope, over 2,500 self-employed experts, all personally branded locally, but all under the one network of the property experts. And we believe that the power of that will finally achieve our goal of revolutionizing the property industry in the UK. One of the things when you join us is that you also get to recruit a new property expert and receive £1,000. So we believe that if you introduce somebody into becoming a property expert, that we will pay you a finder's fee. Simple as that. We pay you £500 when they join, and you get £500 when their first sale completes. So we are in this with you, we are in it together, but our aim is to help provide a big network in the UK. We've also got very specific plans for individuals and businesses that want to build teams. And at the moment, I'm talking to somebody who wants to build a team of 10 to 12 people where he can act as their mentor and coach around Nottinghamshire, for example, and North Derbyshire. And I'm talking to him about how we can do that with him and what support network we give, etc., etc. So if it's something that's like that and you've got that interest, or you sat here and maybe you run your own estate agency, you've got an office that you have to open tomorrow with rent rates, and you, like David who joined us, say, actually I want to change my model. Again, those specifics I'm not going to deal with tonight. Book a call and speak to James. I'll go to Q&A now, James, and I think before I do that, because I want to take my screen off, there's two QR codes on there, which is if you want to.
I've just sent the prospectus through on the link for you guys, so anyone who's interested and wants to have some more details, you can have a look through our prospectus there. And then second, oh look, it's my face twice there, wonderful. And what I'll do is I'll send through a bookings page, guys. So if you are interested, if you would like some more details, and if you want to talk through things in detail with myself, just because you book a call doesn't mean that you're signing on. It means you want to find out more. That's absolutely fine. just book in. There'll be a link to my calendar somewhere on the right hand side. So guys, we'll open up to Q&A for Jim Harris, bearing in mind, guys, that most people pay for his time, so make use of it. So
Yeah.
I've had one through.
I've got my penny. I have my penny jar on the side, James, for people to
ask. Yeah.
My penny jar.
So one thing that appeals to me is to be a buyer's agent. Is this possible through the Property Experts?
Yes, 100%. You know, a lot of our, and I mentioned the tool there right at the end, a lot of our property experts act as a buyer's agent and will act as a buyer's agent for their sellers, for example. And, you know, that's one way of generating money. Are we geared up and set up to be specifically a buyer's agent network? No, we are built and designed to help you list and sell clients' houses and also service that client by helping them find another property. But if as a byproduct of that, you want to find other people property, yes, you can operate and you can do that.
Another question through, will this be recorded? Yes, it is recorded. Anyone who would like a copy of the recording, just give me a message. What I would do is probably a good idea. I would drop my LinkedIn profile and my mobile number in there for you guys. So anyone who would like a copy of the recording, they can just ask me for one and I can send them through a link. Okay, so question through, can I sell commercial and investment properties too?
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much anything you guys can think of.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely fine.
All we ever ask of any of our property experts is if you're selling a property like a commercial or an investment, that you've got the expertise or you get the expertise to be able to look after your client very, very well. Simple as that. If you're selling a property in another area, for example, all we ask is that you've got some experience and expertise in that area so you can service your client really well. If not, you might just use the colleague who's working in that area and split the fee with them or whatever. But yeah, as long as you have the expertise, you can sell commercial, investment, residential, new homes, doesn't matter.
And can you join without any experience? Yeah.
Whoever asked that question most probably missed the first 10 minutes, but
yeah,
for repeating and just a clarification, experience is not a prerequisite as long as you have the core value that you are a learner and that you've got some experience of sales, marketing, and you know, maybe even social media marketing or running your own business. It's all about the blend of the person. It's not about the experience. Conscious of the time, my friend, have we got any more questions or?
No, I think, guys, I think we're all done. Jim, you've done a fantastic job. We have not lost a single person off of this, which is absolutely amazing. Obviously very engaging.
That's because they've all fell to sleep. So when we end the webinar, they'll all be still there doing some blank screens throughout the night. So listen, I just want to thank everybody. If you have stayed on, thank you very much. If you're watching this recording, listen, my details are across LinkedIn. They're all across social media. My number is readily available through James. If you want to message me direct, if you want to contact me direct, you know, we're not like some hierarchy or, you know, some unattainable people. We're just normal people that want to help normal people create great businesses. Send me a WhatsApp message, send me a voice message, send me a little recorded video, and I will promise you I'll always respond and get back to you. Thank you very much, James.
There's a link to his profile in the description, so quickly click on it. But thank you very much for attending. Thank you very much, Jim. And we hope to speak to you very guys soon. Okay.
Thanks very much. See you, everybody.